Let's play another Talking Shots drinking game. Every time I say the word ultra, I take a shot.
So chief, it's the return of the blade and slice shade, getting paid until my silhouette fades. Immersing.
For 20 years now, Ultra Music Festival. Yep. Has been home to dance music fans of various club-going drugs, and spring breakers who love dumping trash on our beach. Thanks for that. It's been compared to Woodstock, and this past event had a record-breaking attendance with over 165,000 people. That's the population of some small cities. But we've come a long way in 20 years. Ultra Music Festival, the things I do for views that don't exist, was first coined in 1999 by business partners Russell Fabish and Alex Ohms. It did okay. 10,000 people showing up isn't bad at all, but the partners lost about $20,000 each. I mean, some of the acts included Paul Van Dyke, Rabbit on the Moon, Josh Wink, and DJ Baby Ann. If you remember any of these names, congratulations, you're getting old. However, the following year, the duo managed to get DJ Tiesto on board. That's the name you probably know. Needless to say, it did well enough to warrant a third year. However, this time Ultra would be moved to Bayfront Park and would see increases in numbers all the way up until 2006, where it would be relocated again to Bicentennial Park. Up until this point, Ultra was a single-day event. Fuck, that's 4, isn't it? The numbers Ultra pulled in for a single-day event were impressive. Fuck, that was 5, wasn't it? So it only made sense to add another day in 2007, which saw nearly 50,000 attendees. By its 10th anniversary in 2009, the festival would have names like Tiesto, Underworld, Justice, Paul Van Dyke, Carl Cox, Armin van Buuren, MST, Mr. Kraft, Deadmau5, Annie Mac, Eric Prydz, Ferry Cornston, Calvin Harris, Moby, The Crystal Method, Boys Noise, Benny Benassi, Armin van Helden, The Bravery, David Guetta, and many, many more. You probably know some of those names. Jesus, good thing I didn't take a shot every time I said an artist's name. Show your friends this video and tell them to take a shot every single time I say an artist's name. They'll die. Aside from just the names getting bigger, the stages themselves would literally get bigger and larger and more grandiose. By 2011, Ultra for the first time sold out with more than 100,000 attendees. It was also the first year to make it a 3-day event. They say by 2069, Ultra will be 365 days long. We'll never stop partying. By then, Miami will be underwater though, so it'll be like a themed party. Anyways, things were all hunky-dory until 2014, where eager fans rushed a chain link fence in an attempt to rush the gate, leaving a security guard in critical condition after being trampled. After the gate crashing incident in 2014, some uncertainties arose as to whether or not the festival would still be held. Organizers still announced, however, that in 2015 the festival was still good to go. Organizers also announced plans for a comprehensive review of the festival's security arrangements with the involvement of the Miami-Dade Police Department, which assessed how security could be improved to prevent a criminal incident of this nature from happening again. That's a quote from the promoters. Following the incident, Miami Mayor Tomás Perro Regalado suggested that the gate crashing incident could be deemed a breach of the organizer's contract with the city, which could block Ultra from being held in Miami. In a meeting on April 24, 2014, Miami commissioners voted 4-1 against banning the festival, allowing Ultra to remain in downtown Miami for 2015. I literally am trying so hard not to slur my words. Mark Sarnoff, the lone commissioner to vote in favor of banning the festival, presented footage of lewd behavior by attendees at previous editions, and contended that the event affected the quality of life for downtown residents because they were being harassed by visitors, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's Miami. The city literally built on cocaine. It's 3 days. Let people party. The commissioners mainly agreed because it did well for Miami's economy, because that's extremely obvious to anybody who knows basic math. Unfortunately, that wasn't the last tragedy surrounding the festival that year. On January 12, 2015, co-founder Alex Ohms, who had left the organization in 2010, was found dead at the age of 43 from a drug overdose. Ultra would become something much bigger than anybody would have imagined. And more than being an important staple to Miami's economy and very culture, it's a really important staple for fans of music to this day. If you yourself have never been, you definitely know somebody who has. Ultra just celebrated its 20th anniversary, and that alone is a huge milestone for any music festival. This year, in 2019, the festival also saw another venue change, this time to Virginia Key. It presented its own problems, to say the least. Ironically enough, the move was because residents complained about noise from last year, and guess what? They still complained. So I guess the moral of the story is that at the end of the day, with a festival like this, you're gonna have to get loud, and in the process, it's gonna annoy some people. But Miami is a loud city, and it's one that isn't the place you go to retire anymore. It's now a hub for people from around the world to come together and share their culture, their music, their festival experiences, and their love to party. It's been getting safer and has done so much good for the economy of a city that, quite frankly, needs it right now. As with anything, the future of events like these are always uncertain. I just hope that going forward, we all remember the importance of experiences that bring people together. So what do you think? I want to know, what are some of your favorite festival or music or concert going experiences? If you haven't gone, what next music extravaganza do you plan on going to next? If you're from Miami, what do you think about Ultra moving to Virginia Key? I'm not taking a shot for that one. If you haven't yet, you can buy shirts with our logo on it. They're kind of cute. I like them. As always, remember, like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. If you're gonna do drugs, remember, always stay close to people that you trust and drink lots of water. I'm your boy Mike Dangerous, and this is, don't ever do this ever. I'm never gonna play another drinking game again in my life. Buy my t-shirt so I can afford a new liver.